After all that you have covered in this program, I'm sure you feel confident about securing a good job for yourself. But before we wrap up, I have some tips to share for your interview. Hi, I'm Sudeep, and I'm here to take you through some key questions you could get asked in an interview for a role in supply chain management. Before we do that, some upcoming domains in supply chain are automation, AI, predictive analysis to estimate inventories, just to name a few. I recommend you read up these terms to get a general understanding of these subjects. While I cannot predict the exact questions that may get asked in an interview, I can tell you what I would look for if I was taking this interview. I want to know if you, as the candidate, has an interest in the specific job and their knowledge about supply chain management. This means that I usually ask two types of questions: industry specific and technical knowledge. For example, industry specific questions could be: number one, what is the ultimate objective of supply chain management? You could get asked, what are the main challenges related to supply chain that companies are currently facing? Many times, interviewers will ask you situational questions, such as, if a shipment to your warehouse is delayed unexpectedly, how would you handle the situation? The best way to answer this is detail out how you would approach this rather than just give and think of a correct answer. In the end, you should be able to convince the interviewer that you are passionate about supply chain management. On the other hand, interviewers will check for technical knowledge, usually for entry-level jobs where they want to be sure that you have the basics of supply chain correct. Some possible questions could be, tell me the most commonly used Incoterms in freight forwarding. When asked a question like this, the interviewer is not really expecting you to give a definition, but they simply want you to know that I know as a candidate that some Incoterms could be, FOB or EXW. Or you could get asked, can you explain the supply chain model for a D2C business? Quite self-explanatory, right? Direct to customer. Another one is, how good are your analytical skills and are you able to provide some future predictions from historical data? So here it's expected that you should actually summarize what's happening, and you should be able to give an example of how you have analyzed that data and you're able to predict a specific outcome. This is a good tip, which is that whenever you're answering, always try to look for possible examples that relate to the current industry practices. So you could also pick something relevant from, let's say, a recent news article that you read, so that you appear clear and confident. Like, I can think of Blinkit and their 10-minute grocery delivery promise. So remember, you should research your company well. You should understand the types of clients and products this company deals with. Understand the job description that you are applying for. And think of ways to showcase your knowledge and skills. Above all, stay calm, show confidence. It's just an interview. A polite attitude and confidence is what, is really required when you're in front of an interviewer. All the best.